Rock, tree, bridge. I have no idea what you're talking about.
This is the story of the lost treasure, and the quest's original appearance slated for Diablo 1, which was cut from the final game. Once the player has entered the 12th level of hell, heading back to town and approaching Wirt, the peg-legged boy, he muses...
Where is that stupid map? It was supposed to be between the rock and the tree before the bridge. Should be right here. Oh, hello there. Didn't see you standing there.
So, Wirt speaks of a lost map between a rock and a tree, eh? Sounds like we may want to get our hands on it before he hobbles about to find it himself. So we approach Pepin, the healer, to see if he knows anything about this lost map, which has started the quest Lost Treasure in our journal. To which he says,
I really don't have time to discuss some map you are looking for. I have many sick people that require my help, and yours as well.
Well, it seems Pepin has stepped into the role of Ogden for a change, rebuking us for seeking out this lost treasure. We might as well check with the town scholar Deckard Kane to see if he has overheard anything or if he'll be a little bit nicer about it.
There was a time when this town was a frequent stop for travelers from far and wide. Much has changed since then, but hidden caves and buried treasure are common fantasies of any child. Wirt seldom indulges in youthful games, so it may just be his imagination.
So Kane thinks this is just a child's game. But so too did the villagers doubt Farnham in our previous episode. Speaking of our inebriated comrade, let's check down with Farnham for clues as he is plopped down by his favourite drinking rock.
Hey, let me see that. Thanks.
Ugh. Farnham, after fouling an unnamed item of ours, seemingly fabric, has cleared his nose, but we know not much more. So we pop back up to Griswold, who we saw commiserating with Kane.
What? This is foolishness! There's no treasure buried here in Tristram! Let me see that. Look, these drawings are inaccurate. They don't match our town at all. I'd keep my mind on what lies below the cathedral, and not what lies below our topsoil.
I have no idea what or which map Griswold refers to, but he seems a bit perturbed by the idea we're seeking treasure versus fighting the forces of hell. Maybe this is a common theme with travellers and looters who do more harm than good recently in Tristram. So we speak to Ogden, the tavern owner.
I'll bet that Wirt saw you coming and put on an act just so he could laugh at you later when you're running around the town with your nose in the dirt.
Well, it seems the townsfolk trust the slippery ginger nut known as Wirt as far as they can throw him, and with his girth I'd say that's probably not very far. Also far removed is Adria, who never seems bothered by Wirt, and maybe she has a lead.
Maintain your quest. Finding a treasure that is lost is not easy. Finding a treasure that is hidden, less so. I will leave you with this. Do not let the sands of time confuse your search.
Well, although Adria tried to be poignant, it still just seems like more riddles. She basically said, don't waste time looking for a quest. Unsure with our last clue gone cold, we trudge up to Gillian the barmaid, albeit a bit desperately. As we head to Gillian, we spy what appears to be a map plumb between a rock and a tree, not a stone's throw from Wirt. His little peg leg must have betrayed him, and we've happened upon the map. Before he has, we race and pick it up, and it says that it will show us the location of this treasure on the mini-map, which appears to be just over the river. So we quickly consult with Gillian, who says,
How? A treasure map? Do you have it with you? Let me see. It looks like this is pretty old, and some of the buildings in the town are not on this map. Oh, I wish I could go and look for the treasure with you, but I have to start work soon.
Well, it looks like we're after a treasure hunt solo. Better leave Jillian to look after her grandmammy. Heading west out of town, our minimap marker leads us to a cave. We head inside to find a strange blue liquid permeating the bottom of a dingy cave floor. What treasure is worth going in this dark and uninviting cave remains to be seen. As we cautiously round the first corner, the wall reveals its facade as a pack of vipers pounce. Caught off guard, we cast a town portal or two, realizing our spells are improperly equipped, not before slaying the vipers the old-fashioned way, with sword and steel against flesh. Note to self, always check spells. As we round the next corner, a viper, known as Boral Goral, explodes out of a hidden passageway. But not even this unique with his enhanced strength can fell us at this level. As we blow out some barrels, another false wall reveals an even bigger pack of viper variants. Sick of being ambushed and switching gears into a true exterminator, which is what we basically have become, we start to utilize fire spells like Firewall to flush out the vipers and illuminate our way. It's then we step unwittingly into a barrage of viper venom. These champions are resistant to fire, it seems, with their leader Bloodsnot lazily effusing bolts of lightning and wads of snot-coloured acid. If this is a callback to Farnham, it's the most meta one yet. We clear out the greater opening with more of this strange blue liquid on an island in the middle, yet we find are no closer to answers in this maze of serpents. Although the room is cleared and seemingly we are at a dead end on our map, we once again spy a bevy of suspiciously placed barrels. As we enter an opening with another pool of water, Aiden remarks,
Just what I was looking for.
and we find a bunch of random loot, no doubt the reward for navigating this nasty nest. However, there still remains another few barrels in the corner.
Blow up the whole village.
As the barrels erupt and unlock a further area called Into the Unknown. Strange. This looks like we could have blown clear back into a subterranean layer of the cathedral. This cannot bode well for us. Damn it, Wirt. I just wanted precious treasure. As we step forward, we see eerily lit rooms and red campfires with a void beneath a path. This does not bode well at all. We pull a lever and are confronted by an archmage Amalric, who is blessed with fire enchants, but not much HP as we fell him without fuss. With another few levers pulled, we are confronted by dead caller Zuckultl, who is a nasty necromancer, and although maneuvers well, we outpace him and put him down. Again, the third quadrant around the main room appears, and a blood mage, Aratus, who likes a cheeky firewall himself, but is no match for us close quarters. Each mage gifting us knowledge through their hidden spell times, items, and a myriad of scrolls to use. It's quite the boon. However, before we celebrate, we need to keep our wits about us as we finally enter the last room. We remark to ourselves about
I've got a bad feeling about this.
when confronted by Sergius the heretic, the supposed ringleader in the room, laconically shooting torrents of lightning from his safe perch. As we breach the gap, thinking victory is assured, in a display of raw displeasure, he resurrects all of the previous felled wizards we just fought. Suddenly, we have flame walls, firebolts, and spells inundating our personal space. One by one, we track down the wizards using our own insanity spell, granting us a boon in speed and power, but the cost is fatigue as it wears off quickly, so we rush the final wizard before we're exhausted, and Aiden remarks,
To die. Light.
Gifted a small bounty, we gather up the items before heading back to town, one of which is curiously called the Symbol of the Abandoned Gods. Identifying the gold mace we received to be Crack Rust, which boasts +7 to all attributes, plus 75% damage, fire hit damage 6 to 12, resist all 5%, it's indestructible and only restricted until level 5, however all spells are decreased by 1 level, which is huge. I guess it's okay for a low-level warrior, but even then, as we are reliant on spells in the Beelzebub mod, we may as well sell it. With that, we take a closer look at this curious symbol of the abandoned god, which gives our current character a whopping 3 points to all base attributes. A gift gratefully accepted. Well, that was a strange quest. In the end, we see Wirt has nothing more to say and we're left with nothing more to do but to head back to hell, better equipped for the road ahead.
I must be getting close.
But what did you think of the quest? Do you wish the treasure map was out in the open in the original release? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want to stay up to date with lore videos, please consider subscribing to all my social channels, which are linked on screen. And if you're interested in furthering the conversation, as I love talking lore with the community, and if you want to experience this mod for yourself, by all means, download the Beelzebub mod linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and until next time, Traveler.
Yes.